Hey guys, what is up? It's RGTV here with my first NBA video. With this video, I'm gonna discuss Eric Bledsoe and the trade situation that's going on in Phoenix. There's been reports going around in like the last day that Eric Bledsoe is asking for a trade out of Phoenix. It all started yesterday when Eric Bledsoe posted, "I don't want to be here." Here is referring to Phoenix, like he doesn't want to be in Phoenix anymore. He doesn't want to play for him anymore because his role, he has a big role in Phoenix, but the thing is, they keep on getting blown out game after game. It's only been 3 games into the season, and they've been blown out twice by 40 points or more. Like, honestly, I can't blame Eric Bledsoe. If I was him, I would want it out of Phoenix too. But right now, the only thing they got going for him is young pieces like Devin Booker and Marquise Chris, but they're going to take time to develop. And right now, he's at his prime, and he doesn't want to waste his prime in Phoenix, losing it game after game. Eric Bledsoe is one of those underrated players that doesn't get much media attention because he plays in a city like Phoenix. So people don't really know how good he actually is. Him in Phoenix the last couple of seasons, he's been pretty good. And for sure he's getting traded because just today he wasn't allowed to play his game because they sent him home. The management themselves, they sent Eric Bledsoe home. So it's fair to say Eric Bledsoe will probably never play another game for the Phoenix Suns in his career. But after the reports that people were saying that he wants out of Phoenix, he told the media that the post was about him being at a salon with his wife, saying that he wants to be out of there. But I'm pretty sure we all know that's not true, because just a couple months ago during this offseason, Eric Bledsoe asked for a trade. It didn't get much media attention because, again, it's a small market city like Phoenix. Eventually he didn't get traded, he just went to training camp and traded with the rest of the dudes. After Eric Bledsoe posted his tweet, DeAndre Jordan responded with a tweet of his own telling Eric Bledsoe to come home. After this happened, it got people talking about like where Eric Bledsoe would go, where he would end up in a trade. There's a lot of possibilities he could end up. Like, for one, me being a Thunder fan, I would love him to go play for the Thunder, but the thing is, we don't really have enough cap space, and we're already under the cap space as it is. So we'd be paying a whole bunch of luxury tax, and we're not gonna pay the luxury tax. And like with every trade, you always hear about the Cavs getting a player. I would love to see him play for the Cavaliers, but then again, the cap space not work out. There's too many guards, so I don't really know how that worked out with Wade, Derrick Rose, and when Isaiah Thomas comes back, and Eric Bledsoe. So if that was gonna happen, they would have to trade one of their players like J.R. Smith and maybe the first-round pick from Brooklyn. Another landing spot people say he might end up is San Antonio, and if you think about it, that's where Chris Paul was supposed to land during the summer. I'm not saying Eric Bledsoe is as good as Chris Paul, but with the system they got down there in San Antonio, they'll make it work pretty nice. I don't know how the salaries match up, and I'm not sure what San Antonio is willing to give up to get Eric Bledsoe because they don't really got much to offer. All they got is a whole bunch of older pieces, and they got first-round draft picks, but the draft picks aren't going to be that good because they're San Antonio. They're going to be at least a 4th seed in the West. So I don't really think San Antonio is going to be able to pull it off because the draft picks aren't going to be high enough for what the Suns are going to want. Another place people say he might land is New Orleans, and if you think about it, that's a really good place he can land because that's one of the biggest problems in New Orleans is the guard spot. All they got is Rajon Rondo and Drew Holiday pretty much, and after that they got guys like Ian Clark, but they're not really going to help DeMarcus and Anthony Davis go to the next level. But if you add a guy in like Eric Bledsoe, that's going to help a lot with everything. But then again, you don't know how the salary caps are going to match up or like what New Orleans is going to be willing to give up because there's not really much they can give up. They get like their bench is just garbage. So I don't know what else they're going to give up. They might most likely end up in Denver playing as a Nugget. They might have to give up Moutier. Moutier might go to the Suns, but I don't know what else they could do. They might give him a couple of first-round picks and Kenneth Faried because Kenneth Faried said he wanted to trade too because he wanted to be starting. He said he wanted to play manimal basketball for whatever team, and he pretty much like says he doesn't really want to play in Denver anymore. So I can see that working out as Kenneth Faried goes to Phoenix. That doesn't seem that bad as of a fit. But then you got Marquise Chris and Alex Len. So then again, I don't really know. And then you got teams like the 76ers that have a buttload of cap space. They can make this trade go off easy. They got a whole bunch of assets. They can easily make this trade happen if they want to. It just really depends what they're willing to give up to the Phoenix Suns. If anything, they'll give them like a first-round pick or maybe 2, and maybe a bench player, a role player, because at this point, Phoenix is pretty desperate to get anything because they just want to get rid of Eric Bledsoe. And these are all the places I think he could end up. So if you think there's any more places, leave down in the comments below and I'll read them. well, this pretty much wraps up my first video. If you guys liked it, please like and subscribe, because it shows me that y'all want more of this content, and I'll try to upload daily or as much as I can. Alright guys, I'm out. Thank you.